Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's Bendy and the Ink Machine video, we are looking at the final screenshot for Bendy Chapter 5 before it launches on Steam this coming Friday, October 26th. This screenshot was released on the official Bendy Twitter account with the tagline, "More than monsters," and gives us a sneak peek at an inky humanoid currently known only as the Lost Ones, who appears to be sat on a wooden board with a fishing rod. There are quite a few points of interest in this new picture, and in this video we will analyse it fully in order to learn new information about the final chapter of Henry's nightmarish adventure at Joey Drew Studios. So with that said, let's begin our analysis. The most notable point of interest here is surely the fact that the Lost One appears to be holding a fishing rod. You can see the handle leading up to the pole with a fishing line on the end. Also, the object the Lost One is seated on appears to be a jetty or dock of some kind. Now remember that Chapter 5 appears to feature a boat which we assume Henry will use to navigate the flooded depths below the studio. So if this Lost One is located within a dock, it would make perfect sense. It is likely this dock area will be where Henry secures the boat from, or perhaps where he rides it downriver to. But more interesting still is the notion that this Lost One is fishing within the ink at all. This would mean these inky creations still need to eat to survive, and also that there are other inky creations, fish-like creatures, living within the ink itself. And this means there is an entire inky ecosystem in the depths beneath the studio. It also kind of confirms a prediction I had since the original Chapter 5 teaser trailer back in June, where I suggested we would likely fight a creature living below the surface of the ink in this final chapter if it was to include a boat, which we now know it does. This prediction came from the moaning sound, which reminded me of a noise we normally may expect to hear from a large sea-based creature such as a whale. Take a listen. So if there are fish to be caught and eaten living in the ink down here, then bigger, more terrifying creatures are also likely to inhabit the murky depths, and may be a danger to Henry in the final stretch of his quest. I always find water-based enemies pretty terrifying, so this concept is making me nervous already. So now we have a pretty good idea of where Henry is travelling to or from, how the Lost Ones have survived for so long, and also the kind of new enemy type to expect in Chapter 5. But what else can this screenshot tell us? Well, one thing that is immediately clear is that Chapter 5 will take place within a series of caves. At least some of it will. We can clearly see this from the ceiling and rock formations here, as well as during certain segments from previous trailers. Obviously certain sequences will also take place in more normal office type settings, as we saw with last week's analysis of Joey Drew's office, but my hunch is that this chapter will require Henry to navigate his way through these caverns in order to get back to the higher up levels of the studio once again. And who knows what secrets these caverns may hold, perhaps the key to Joey's research into the occult. In the distance we can see small shacks and makeshift houses. It is my belief that this area is where the majority of these Lost Ones are now living. This is a society they have built for themselves, deep beneath the studio, and out of the way of Alice Angel, who we know was terrorising the inhabitants of the studio to the point where the Lost Ones have started proclaiming a no angel policy about the place. This is also likely the reason why the Lost Ones swarm around Alice and Angel in the Chapter 5 reveal trailer. It seems while they do not perceive Henry to be a threat, Alison just looks a little bit too much like Alice for their liking, and so they may attack her, assuming she is also a danger. Does this mean that Henry will have to fight against these Lost Ones and end up stealing their boat, or will he manage to calm them down and be the voice of reason, explaining that Alison is a friend rather than an enemy? It's hard to know, as we don't even know for sure if Allison is Henry's ally yet, although I think there is a lot of evidence to suggest she will be. And yes, as you may have noticed, this town area seems to be the same one we caught a glimpse of at the end of the last trailer. Could it be that these lost ones, who we currently believe were Joey Drew's early test subjects and former workers of the studio, will explain their tormented history to Henry upon his entry into their kingdom? It seems likely we will learn the mystery behind the game's storyline as we progress through the chapter, so perhaps this area will hold clues to what exactly happened to everyone here. The worker toolbox certainly suggests these were the former employees of the studio, as we had previously theorized, and it seems likely that the secret society of ink people may be found behind this boarded up door seen here in the Chapter 5 reveal trailer. Notice how above this blocked up entranceway we see the message, "Not monsters," and in the tweet that accompanied this image, it read, "More than monsters." This really does hint both at more story explanation coming out of this area, as well as these lost ones being important to the overall story. I believe these were the failed experiments of Joey Drew and his ink machine, and so while they seem hostile in the latest trailer, they are in fact simply misunderstood. It certainly seems like we will be learning a whole lot more from them very soon. I feel like Henry and Allison will be using the trusty old axe to chop down these boards and venture inside to confront these inky abominations and take one step closer to learning the truth about the dark secrets of Joey Drew Studios. But what do you make of this image? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And that was the analysis, guys, of the final Chapter 5 screenshot. Well, I believe it will be the final one. There is obviously a possibility that we may get another Chapter 5 screenshot before Chapter 5 comes out, or some may leak on Steam like has happened in the past, but because this is the final Saturday before the game releases, and generally the Meatly Games, or Kindly Beast as they're now known, tend to release screenshots on Screenshot Saturday, it is unlikely that we will get another screenshot before Chapter 5 comes out, and that's kind of crazy because Chapter 5 is actually coming out in just a few days time, really, when you think about it. It's coming out in about, I think, 5 days from when I'm recording this video, maybe 6 days. We will obviously be doing a full playthrough on the channel, so remember, if you're new, guys, subscribe, turn on your notifications, get ready for an entire week of Bendy content from when Chapter 5 comes out next Friday. Follow along here, we'll be doing theories, secrets, a playthrough, we'll be doing all sorts of things for it. I may try and do a live stream as well, but what I wanted to do at the end of this video is, if you're listening, if you're one of my viewers who watches the entire video and you watch all the way through to the end, I'm just going to throw it out there. If you guys have anything you'd like me to cover Bendy related before Chapter 5 comes out, or anything you'd like me to do for Chapter 5, let me know in the comments below now, and I can see if I can get to it before Chapter 5 actually comes out, because what I'd like to be able to do is actually cover everything you guys want before it's all over. Now, obviously, I think there may be more Bendy games coming at some point, but for a while, probably in the next 2 months or so, after that, there'll probably not be that much more Bendy content on this channel, until, obviously, further games are made in the future. So obviously, guys, if you can just let me know what you'd like to see, then that's great, and I'll try and cover it for you if I can. I can't promise anything, but yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it enjoyable, and obviously let me know what you think of this screenshot in the comments below as well, as I've said, because I like to hear your opinions on this. And for any new viewers right now, I'm going to leave you with a little message about my channel. It's going to explain what my channel's about. But for now, guys, I'll say goodbye. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. And that's it for today's video. Please remember to give it a like if you did enjoy watching, and maybe drop a comment too, as well as subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an upload. This channel specializes in variety horror content, including creepypasta readings, horror gaming facts and theories, and general interest pop culture horror videos. So if you're interested in all things spooky, you'll find something to enjoy here at SuperHorrorBro. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.